should I set up my own brand or invest in an existing popular brand?
Certain people like to run their own show.
Yeah.
That is something which you can't do when you're investing in a product. Hello, good. फेस मूवमेंट्स वो आप बीच में कट करके बताते रहना, हम लोग कहीं से भी कैरी कर सकते हैं।
3, 2, 1, and action.
What are the challenges before an aspiring restaurateur? Immediate challenges one faces.
So a restaurant is just like any other entrepreneurial project, and in any entrepreneurial project, the biggest challenge is getting started. The first steps. The first steps are always the most difficult, right? That's what they say, that when you're making a climb, if you're able to take the first steps, then you're able to actually complete it. Same thing comes with the restaurants. The licenses are a big hassle. You're finding a good space, a good product fit for your idea. It's a very big task. And finding a good kitchen consultant, finding a good interior designer, right? Because an interior designer is also someone who's very specialized in the kind of work which they do. Someone who can do minimalistic interiors may not be able to do, let's say, Scandinavian or modern interiors very well. So you have to be a bit selective on what sort of taste resonates with you. Finding someone who's able to give you the right PR.
And you're able to tick all the boxes.
We're able to take up all the boxes, yes.
If I just pick up the phone, call you, and I say, I have a vague idea of opening a sandwich shop.
Yeah.
And then you take it from there.
Yeah, because we say that you just focus on your idea and you focus on how your products are supposed to look like. And then we start helping you, hand-holding you in every step of the way up to how your product actually launches.
Okay, another important point that I want to discuss with you. I have the capital. I do not have the idea. I have the capital and I have a passion to enter the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
Should I set up my own brand or invest in an existing popular brand?
Tricky. So, there are people who will be
As you said, glamour attracts. This industry attracted me. I have the money, I want to enter, but should I open my own or invest in an existing one?
So, it depends on your personality and the amount of bandwidth which you have, both in terms of capital as well as in terms of time. If you want to start your own brand, you basically need to invest a lot more time in it. Your entire vision has to come on a canvas. You have to take accountability of the money which you're investing. And there's obviously a higher risk to all of it. Something which you have thought of with your market research may not resonate well in terms of delivering the project post-launch. Whereas when you think about investing in a project, you are basically betting on someone or a group or a company which has delivered projects in the past. So it is a safer option. Now, the problem in that case is certain people like to run their own show.
Yeah.
That is something which you can't do when you're investing in a project, right? Because you are basically putting your bets or your capital in, let's say, a captain who's going to sail the ship. But if you are someone who likes to give his own inputs consistently, then you should not look for that model. Second point is that your capital or your return on capital is obviously higher if your brand is doing the same revenue and you are the one who's invested in it.
Okay.
Right? Because someone who comes with the experience also comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So your take on your profit is obviously lower as compared to doing your own.
Okay.
So I think that is a partake which you have to consider in this situation.
And you can help. You've already told me that your expertise is in helping me set up a restaurant. Can you help me invest in an existing restaurant brand as well?
Is that something you think you would like to do though?
In case I want to.
So, of course, we're already doing that. There's a lot of people who want to be associated with the industry. Like we said earlier, that, there's a glamour quotient involved in it. But they have their their set businesses which they want to put their focus on, and this is like a side hustle for them. So we are already associated with clients of the similar nature, where people who wanted to invest have parked their funds and are enjoying a decent return on their capital.
Another aspect to this question only, next step to this question only, if I have decided to enter the industry and I'm not setting up my own brand, I want to just learn by investing in a brand. Should I invest in my city-based brand, get Indian brand from different city to my city, or think of getting a dream international brand?
Oh, I think you visit Paul quite a lot. No?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. No, so I think again
I always see it packed.
It is,
And I'm like, when I look at
absolutely killing it.
likes of McDonald's and Paul's and Starbucks, okay, yeah, but when I look at these brands and I'm like, why should one kind of reinvent the wheel
Yeah.
if one has enough capital and not get these international brands?
Yeah. So you already answered your own question, right? It depends on the amount of capital which you have. When you bring on an international brand, your initial capital invested is a lot more higher. So let's say you spend 2 CR or 2 crores on your own product. Now, if let's say you have to create that same thing in an international brand, you first of all have to consider taking the master franchisee of that international brand.
Okay.
Now, the master franchisee of bringing a decent brand can be something around 1 crores, 1.5 crores at least, right? So you're already at a higher initial capital investment. Of course, the risks are higher since the capital invested is higher. But then the returns are also equally higher, since if it clicks, if it really clicks, like we already discussed how well Paul has done. On the other hand, starting your own domestic brand is a lower capital investment, but also comes with the same risk.
How much would a domestic brand, say for example, if I want to get a Mumbai brand to Delhi, international, you've said master franchise.
No, that is very tricky. So, a domestic brand which may...
One sees this, the reason I'm asking is one sees this a lot.
Yeah.
A Delhi brand opening in a Lucknow, or a Mumbai brand opening in a Nagpur or a Pune.
Yeah.
So just want to understand from it. I'm sitting in, say for example, Indore, and I'm looking around and seeing Delhi and Mumbai brands do well.
No, so I think India, if you really look at India from the top, is a very regional market, and people are very value conscious. People keep telling that India is money conscious. India is very value conscious, and what that means is that something which will work fantastically well in, let's say, the state of Maharashtra may or may not work in Delhi.
Yeah.
Because the taste palettes are different, right? Selling idli sambar in Ludhiana will be very difficult. And the same thing goes for you trying to sell aloo paranthas with that white makhan in a town in Kerala or Tamil Nadu, right? So it really depends on what sort of product you have and whether that can be moved from one city to another. And the cost which you asked me, I think, you're looking at around 25 lakhs plus for a domestic franchise, right? And of course, there's then the...
If you could just clarify one important thing, international brand you said master franchise, and domestic brand you said franchise.
So I think master franchisee is something which you take on the national level, whereas domestic franchisee is something which you take at a city level. So
Or could be an outlet level as well.
Yeah. So usually it's not, but yeah, could be. In a master franchisee, you are the one who is responsible for the outlets which open within that country.
Okay.
So let's say if someone has the master franchisee of Paul, and there's a Paul in Delhi, there's a Paul in Bombay.
You love Paul.
Oh yeah, we all love Paul. But yeah, and
Talk is not about Paul. Yeah.
so no, we're not talking about.
We're just fans of Paul.
We're just fans of Paul. So love Paul.
Yeah.
And
Greener, where we are at.
yeah, we of course we love greener.
Yeah.
So domestic franchisees is something which is coming at a lower cost and also a lower sense of responsibility. I think that's something which is very important, right? You take this responsibility of a brand which is trusting you, let's say from Spain, and you need to make sure that the entire value of that brand on an international level is maintained. You don't want someone from visiting India from Abu Dhabi or from Colombia to say that, I don't think that the Starbucks over here is the same as the Starbucks in Europe. So you're looking at a lot more high responsibility, which comes along with the glamour part of having an interview.